Imagine waking up one day knowing that your money is working harder than you are. What if I told you that the journey to financial freedom isn't as complicated as Wall Street wants you to think? The year 2025 is your year to take control. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to save and invest smarter, even if you're starting with nothing. Sound impossible? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll see why the underdog, yes, you, can win this game. Wait, did you just think this is going to be boring? Good news, it's not. Because I'll even share the one mistake that could cost you everything if you're not careful. Let's dive in. If you're like most 18 to 35-year-olds, saving and investing feels overwhelming. Maybe you've got student loans, rent, or a dozen subscriptions eating your paycheck. Or maybe you've heard about investing, but terms like ETFs, 401ks, and Roth IRAs sound like alien languages. Here's the truth. Every wealthy person you admire started with the same questions. Warren Buffett, he started investing at 11. But guess what? You have access to tools today that he couldn't even dream of. And here's the kicker. Every year you wait to start, you're leaving thousands, sometimes millions, of dollars on the table. The clock isn't just ticking, it's racing. But don't worry, because today we're flipping the script. By the time we're done, you'll not only understand the simple steps to saving and investing, but you'll also know the one financial trap that even the smartest people fall into. And trust me, you'll want to avoid it at all costs. Step 1. Set clear goals. Let's start with a question. Why do you want to save and invest? Is it to buy your dream home, travel the world, retire early, or simply stop living paycheck to paycheck? Write it down. A goal without a plan is just a wish. And we're about action here. And no, getting rich to buy a yacht named YOLO doesn't count. Well, maybe it does, but let's start small, okay? Step 2. Build an emergency fund. Now, before we talk investing, let's tackle savings. Your first milestone is an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Why? Because life happens. Cars break down, jobs get lost, and trust me, credit card debt is not the backup plan you want. Step 3. Automate your savings. Here's the secret sauce: automation. Set up a separate savings account and automate a portion of your income, even if it's $50 a month. You'll be amazed at how quickly it grows. It's like planting a money tree, except you don't have to water it. Step 4. Start investing with baby steps. Okay, you've got savings. Now let's make your money work for you. Start with something simple like an index fund or ETF. Why? Because they're low cost and spread your risk. Think of it like a sampler platter at your favorite restaurant. But here's where most people mess up, and this could derail your entire plan. We'll get to that in a minute. Step 5. Embrace compound interest. Now for the magic. Imagine you invest $100 a month starting at age 20. By 65, with an average 8% return, you'll have nearly $500,000. Start at 30. That number drops to $200,000. The earlier you start, the more compound interest becomes your best friend. Think of compound interest as the ultimate underdog story. It starts slow, but ends up the hero, just like you will. Now, let's talk about the trap I mentioned earlier. Lifestyle inflation. This is where your expenses grow as your income does. You get a raise, and suddenly, you're upgrading your phone, your car, your streaming subscriptions. If you're not careful, this will eat your wealth faster than you can build it. Here's what you do instead. Every time your income increases, increase your savings and investment rate first. Treat it like a non-negotiable bill. Your future self will thank you. And here's your challenge. Take just one step from this video today. Whether it's automating $20 into savings, opening an investment account, or cutting one unnecessary expense. Don't wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. The journey to wealth isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You don't need to start big. You just need to start. So, what's your first step? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped, share it with someone who's ready to level up their life. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we're building a community of underdogs who win. Remember, 2025 is your year. Let's make it happen.